What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Training is king. Training is everything right now. While there has been absolutely zero demand for trading, and that's why you've seen training prices kind of crash over the last 2 weeks, we've seen pretty much over the last 48 hours, training is rising by the day. It's basically like gas. Every day we check back and training is an even more expensive price. And again, there's going to be plethora of ways you can do. There's going to be a huge demand for training starting on Friday for the Sugar Rush program course, using training for Easter eggs and all that stuff. So this video, we're going to be going through a few sets to kind of get some discounted trading to get you prepped for the Easter promo. Now, before we actually get into the different types of sets, we got to go over one thing before we get into basically all the different types of ways you can get discounted training. We got to go over the ratio that training is going for at the current moment, because we can tell you basically by giving you a cheaper ratio through these sets, you kind of can understand how we're getting, or like how the price is working in terms of training. I know that sounds a little bit complicated, but the current training ratio right now, current moment, right, 2.83. That is basically 105K for a 96 overall Madden machine player, 2.83. So our goal in this video is to complete some sets that give us training at a lesser ratio than that. So hopping into our first types of sets we are going to be using, it's going to be the NFL Combine sets from middle of February. Now, there's two ways to do these champion sets. The first being you can buy the 94 overall Combine heroes on the auction house. However, at the current moment when I was recording this, they were going for about 70,000 coins, which is about 10K per more than I would actually want to spend. I want to spend about 60,000 coins for a 94 overall Combine player. They were going for 70K, so we're going to go to option number 2. Option 2 being simply buying a 96 overall Madden machine, again for that ratio. That's the current market rate for training, 105K for 96, 2.83 training. You have to actually buy, I think, 3 total 96 overall Madden machines, which is going to be a little bit more than you actually need, but you have to buy 3 to start basically this process. Next up, we are going to be buying 4 94 overall Combine players in the store through training. Remember, we are spending 2.83 coins per training ratio. Times it by 21K, that's the amount of training you need for one 94 overall player. It's going to be about 59.5K for each 94 overall Combine hero. Remember that, times that by 4. That's what we need for a 97 overall Combine champion set. It's going to equal out to about 238K we are spending for each 97 overall Combine champion set. The next step in the process is simply determining which champion you want to choose. It's a lot like Team of the Year sets, where it's going to be changing every 15, every 30 minutes. So just make your way over to the auction house and try to find the most expensive Combine champion, 97 overall. One thing to note, the Chris Johnson power-up does go for about 10,000 coins extra, while all the other power-ups go for pretty much less than 2,000 coins. So always add 10K onto whatever Chris Johnson 97's price is. I probably should have went with Chris Johnson for this video, but I ended up going down and we see there's only one Orlando Brown Jr. on the auction house, and it's not even up for a buy now. So we're going to finish Orlando Brown Jr. set, and we're going to end up listing him for about 215K. Remember, we completed this set, we completed this set for 238K. Remember, 59 times 4, 238K to complete this set. After listing up Orlando Brown Jr. for 15,000 coins, 215K. Remember, we spent 238 minus 194. That is Orlando Brown Jr.'s price. After we remove the tax, it's going to equal out to about 44,000 coins we are going to spend. But remember, we have those 4 94 overall end cats, which quick sell for a combined total of the 19,000 training. So we are spending 44K for 19K training, which gives us a ratio of 2.3, which of course is discounted from the original training we spent at 2.83. Now, it's not a ton, but 0.5 is still a solid training discount. Well, you get 19K training back, which is a pretty solid amount, right? That's about what, at 44K worth of training for us basically, but it's about 60K at the current kind of market ratio. But that is the first set. Remember, champions, just choose everyone goes for the most. Of course, it could be Chris Johnson, could be Justin Simmons. We went with Orlando Brown Jr. Let's move on to the next type of sets. The next sets we're going to be talking about are the free agency champion. Well, it's not actually multiple sets. It's just going to be one, more specifically Devontae Adams, since he goes for the most by a good margin. Again, same type of process. You have option A, where you can buy these 95 overall hero cards on the block. You want to target 82K or under. That's the price you want to pick up, at least on the auction house. The other option, of course, is buying training, which is going to be the better option since the 95 champions or 95 heroes for going for 90K. Again, 105K for 96 at that 2.83 ratio is going to be the cheapest training you can find on the market. And we're going to be going into the training store to pick pick up these 95 overall free agent players for 29,000 training a pop. Of course, at that 2.83 coins per training ratio, it's going to equal out to about 82k, which is why I said 82k or under. To buy it, it's going to be 82,000 coins per each 95 overall hero, which of course you times that by 4, being required for the 97 or 98 overall free agency hero set. It's going to equal out to we're spending a total of 328k for the Davante Adams set. Now, the only difference between this set and the free agency sets is I would say for the free agents, you really only have one option in Davante Adams, whereas the Combine, you have multiple different champions to choose from, whichever one's going for the most at the current time. We're going to complete Davante Adams, of course, and you're going to get back 26k in NCATs if you were to quick sell all 4 of the 95 NCATs. We're going to list Davante Adams up for 307k with the power up for 4.5k. That was the current market price for Davante Adams. There's the quick sell for 26,000 training. We're going to now crunch the numbers. So 328k spent on the set minus the 280k we were getting back after tax. Of course, 307 plus 4.5, 311 minus tax. We're going to be spending 48,000 coins for, of course, 26,000 training. We divide that, we get the beautiful number 1.85 coins per training, which of course is actually significantly cheaper than the 2.83 we originally spent to complete this set. But that's all for the second kind of type of sets we're going to clean. Let's move on to the final sets in this video. You knew these sets were going to be evolved one way or the other. It's going to be the most feared sets, more specifically Randy Moss 93 overall most feared. The only issue I have with this set is you don't get that much training back. But of course, the process of it is pretty simple. You're going to buy 4 90 overall most feared cards. Try to target 20k or less, although you can pay a little bit more than that. But 20k is not the hardest thing in the world. I used to buy one, I think it was for 17.6k. And then another Keenan Allen because I needed a few more to complete the set. There are also a few other most feared cards you can try to complete. I know Aaron Donald 93 overall goes for above 80,000 coins, and I think Rob Gronkowski and Ray Lewis also go for above 80,000 coins. But we're going to complete Randy Moss for this set, of course, getting back 4 90 overall NCATs from the set that we originally put in. We're going to list Randy Moss up for about 83.6k, and then his power up is going to go for about 2.5k. So I'm just going to round up and say, well, not round up, actually round down. I'm going to say we're going to get back 85,000 coins for Randy Moss. Subtract the tax from the 85k worth of Randy Moss we are selling for on the block. It's going to give us 77k minus the 80k we originally spent on the set. Remember, 4 times 20k for the 90 overalls. We're going to spend a grand total of 3k. Divide that by 5,000 training we get from quick selling 90 overall NCATs. We get that beautiful number, 0.06 coins per training. Now, we're only getting 5,000 training back, but it's what, 75-80% off from that 2.83 training ratio. That's current market rate. I think that's pretty good, but that's going to be the last and final set we're going to talk about in this video. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up. I'll leave this a little bit of Easter eggs for you guys. There are a few more sets that are like this. I know Aaron Donald, Super Bowl present off the top of my head, is pretty good. You get training right under 2 per, but there are a couple other sets like this you guys can figure out in the comments by yourselves. Could make the video really longer than 10 minutes. Feel like I'd be dragging it on, but that's all for the video today. I'm excited. The Easter reveal stream is going to be tomorrow afternoon. Of course, we'll have videos all weekend determining eggs, odds, predictions, all that fun stuff. But that's all for this video. Comment if you have any questions. Like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. And until next time, peace.